You're listening to the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast, the show that guides you on your holistic lifestyle journey to a healthy body, mind, and soul aligned with nature. Hello, and welcome to episode number 48 of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how you can stay healthy working from home. With more people working from home nowadays, it's been a pretty common question. How do you get more exercise and avoid eating too much when you are at home full-time? I myself struggle with this sometimes, but don't worry, it's possible to improve your physical health even while working from home. So I'm going to talk about 7 areas that you can focus on there that you can stay healthy while working from home. The first one is to stay active and stretch regularly. One of the best things you can do when you work from home is to stay active. Even if you sit at a desk or work on the couch with your laptop all day, there are still plenty of opportunities to move your body. So you want to make it a goal to move more throughout the day, not only with daily exercise, but getting up and stretching more often. So you want to start your day with a gentle workout session. This is a good way to get started, because nobody wants to just get up and go right to the computer and not move. You want to start your day with something so that at least you've done something, and that can get your blood flowing and get your, it's a great way to start. So basically, in the morning, you can boost your energy and move your body with a gentle form of exercise. Yoga is great for the morning, and a short walk would also be perfect. I think walking is perfect in so many ways, especially for something that you want to do as the first thing of your day, because I don't know if you're anything like me, you might feel a little bit groggy, slow to get going for the first couple of hours. But even when you are in that state, you usually can find it easier to walk. You might not find it easy to lift weights or get on some exercise machine or go to the gym, but walking is easy. Walking will get your blood moving. It'll give you that morning sunlight exposure that you need to keep your sleep cycle optimized. Walking is also the gentlest form of exercise, and it's the easiest to do. Like I said, you can walk your dogs a little further than you normally would. You can go on a family walk around the neighborhood after dinner. You can walk to run errands if it's close enough to your house instead of driving. So those are some easy ways to get walking in. And then also add in some other forms of exercise throughout the day as well. So what do you enjoy doing? Sometimes, something like dancing might be the only thing that you're motivated to do. This is my go-to exercise for sure. My favorite songs never fail to get me moving. I've also been hooping, yes, with the hula hoop a lot this year, so that's another thing that I never procrastinate on. So the key here is to find more forms of exercise that will motivate you, and I promise it won't even feel like exercise. The next thing that you can do to stay healthy working from home is nutrition, working on your nutrition. So another pitfall that people often fall into when working from home is snacking or indulging in treats all day. If you have found that your nutrition is falling behind from working near your kitchen all day, then I have some tips for you that can help. Keep some healthy snacks on hand. If you tend to reach for chips or candy often, then keep healthier snacks within your reach. Have fruit or nuts on your desk. Keep granola bars on the counter. Make sure your fresh fruit and your veggies are visible, and don't keep things like boxes of donuts around. This really comes back to meal planning. So if you do meal planning and prepping ahead of time, this will help you in the long run, because clearly you won't be tempted to eat junk food if there is no junk food there. So the more food that you have prepared at home, the easier your diet will be. And then you won't be forced to order food delivery or go out to eat. So that's another great way, another great example why meal planning is really good. And I've talked about meal planning a lot before. Another way that you can help with your nutrition at home is to have designated kitchen times. So this is a common trap when working from home. It's feeling like you can walk into the kitchen at any time and start eating something. So to prevent this, have designated kitchen and meal times, just like you would if you worked in an office. This is much easier to do if you actually have a home office. It's a bit harder for people like me who don't have an office and they use their kitchen counter maybe or their couch. So, I get so enveloped in my work that sometimes I forget that I'm so close to all my food. But you might be in a situation where, you're very aware of your surroundings and you look up and there's your refrigerator and it's just too tempting. So try to have designated times. The next tip for being healthy for working from home is to develop daily routines of healthier habits. So staying healthy while working from home, it's not always about being on a diet or trying to be restrictive. It's about balance, which starts with developing some healthy habits. So habits don't have to feel like a chore or something that you're forcing yourself to do. It's very small changes in your day that make the difference. You can change your routines in order to be healthier at home in the long run. Don't worry about having a perfect routine or one that, you don't need to get it 100% right every day. Routines are simply a collection of activities that you do around the same time each day, usually morning and night. Everything in your routine should serve some kind of purpose and be something you want to get done in the morning or that will help you start your day on the right foot. So daily routines are especially important if you work from home because you need some structure. So without a boss looking over your shoulder or coworkers to be accountable to, it requires a lot more self-motivation. This also includes your health journey while working from home. So this is something that everybody has to struggle with if they work from home. The next one is very similar to that, and that is finding your health motivation. What is the reason you want to be healthier working from home? This is where you can start. It will help with not just your health, but your happiness when you are at home working all day. So make a list of everything that is motivating you to be healthier. Start with your why. Answer this question in your journal or in a notebook. Why do you want to be healthier while working from home? This is important because it helps you understand yourself a little more. And find what is going to motivate you the most. There is no wrong answer here except the one where you're not being honest with yourself. And then the next tip for working from home and being healthy is to take regular breaks. Make sure you have a balanced work schedule throughout the day, including taking enough breaks. Think of your work from home schedule just like a schedule if you were in a job somewhere else. So this includes a lunch break and a few other breaks spaced apart by a few hours. If you would get up every hour to move and stretch your body in the office, then you should be doing that at home as well. You can do desk stretches. These are stretches you can do while sitting down or standing. These give you the opportunity to look somewhere other than your computer screen to stretch your body and hopefully stand up to stretch your legs out as well. You can make adjustments to your work area. If you ever feel like your neck is stiff or your back is hurting, you may be sitting incorrectly. So you want to check the ergonomics of your workstation, whether you are working at a desk or your kitchen table. They make tables that are adjustable for laptops and computers. That's something to check out. And also, like I said, if you have to work from a weird spot, like let's say your couch is the only place, then make sure you are at least sitting upright as much as you can. Make sure you're getting up on a regular basis and stretching. So the next one on my list here is to make environmental changes. The environment where you work from home can also make a big difference in your health and well-being. So here are some things that you can change in your environment for your health. Make sure your workspace is set up for focus and productivity. Like I said, try to include a desk or a table that is comfortable if you can. All the accessories that you need to get your work done, make sure they're nearby. Make sure that you have proper lighting and a way to cancel out noise or distractions. It's also good to have healthy resources available to you at your house. This might be nutritious food, like I mentioned earlier, and snacks, home workout accessories, or just some house plants in your office to help you in the healthy mindset. Taking a break at home is a little different from a traditional workplace since you are already in your relaxing place where you're working. This is why having a designated workspace and a designated place to take your breaks is so essential. So I would not take your breaks where your computer is. Go outside, which is actually the best way to do it if you can, or just walk around, go into a different room. A change of scenery is great because nothing kills your focus and your productivity worse than not having enough variety. You need to stimulate your senses in other ways, not just staring at something. This especially goes for when you're taking your lunch break at home. Try to look out a window or sit outside if you can, listen to some relaxing music, and just change your scenery up a little bit to be a little bit more relaxed. So the last thing I have to talk about is work-life balance. Everyone needs a good work-life balance, whether you work from home or whether you work out of the home. But it tends to be a little more complicated when your home is also your office. One of the best things you can do for your work-life balance when you work from home is to have a schedule that tells you when you start work and when you stop. And you can also avoid bringing your laptop to the couch or to the bed to get work done before or after your workday is meant to begin. This is a hard one, I understand, because some people use their laptop for personal things and work, and that's a tough one because I struggle with that. And it's sometimes it gets to the point where I'm like, wow, I've been on my computer for like 12 to 13 hours a day. And so you kind of have to watch yourself and set your work-life balance. So this is a change that it can make a big difference if you can make it happen. So I'm going to go over now a little summary of everything that I've just went through. Make sure that you stretch regularly. Make sure you go for walks. Do exercises and activities that you enjoy. Have healthy snacks on hand. Do meal planning and prepping. Have designated kitchen times. Create daily routines of healthy habits. Find your motivation for being healthy. Take regular breaks. Adjust your environment. Have a designated workspace. And work on your work-life balance. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed this and you would like to help support the podcast, please share it on social media or consider donating. If you would like to keep up with everything that I do, you can find all of my links at holisticlifestyleguide.com. Thank you so much for listening and have a great week.